Hi guys. So I'm gonna do sophomore year now. I'm gonna do it all in one shot, but I'll post them separately. I'm sorry if this is quiet. I had to turn my sound down because I don't want to turn off my music. I kind of think it'll make me a little more lively. So playing in these two videos is Boys Like Girls Love Drunk. I just got it. I'm so excited because I love them and I love Drunk. And Taylor Swift is actually on this CD. She's in the song that's on right now. And I love her too. They're probably my top two favorite artists, along with some others, but I really love them. Yeah. So anyway, right now I'll talk about first semester sophomore year. There's not that much like new stuff to say, like in terms of like how you like live. Like by now, like you know, you should have like a routine of how you study, and like you should know basically what you can handle and what you can't handle in terms of balancing work and play. So the classes I took Organic 2 and Genetics in terms of science. I actually did better in Organic 2 than in Organic 1 overall. I almost got an A in Organic 2. Almost, but not quite. I was off by like maybe like 3 points. But I guess just because like I had gotten used to like what it was all about, and I figured out like how I had to study and how much I had to study. And I mean, there's also like the fact that it was like a different teacher, like, you know, stuff like that. And Genetics I absolutely loved. Like, even if you don't have to take it, unless you know you hate it, I would say take it, because even though you'll get it in like a regular biology class, you're not going to get like an in-depth view of it, and you won't learn like some of the intricate details that are involved in it. And I've noticed in my MCAT practice test that a lot of genetic stuff tends to come up. Most of the time, like, it seems like there's like a good amount of genetics material. And I just really loved the course, and it is the only bio course I've like legitimately earned an A in, like without a curve or anything like that. So like I loved it enough to know everything and find it interesting. And then the other classes I took a theater class, a history class, and a class for the program I was in. But I took 17 credits all of sophomore year, and that's so that it was a trade-off. I decided to do that so that I could take less credits this year. And while it was a good decision overall, like now looking back, like now that I'm in the position where I'm not taking a lot of credits, I don't regret it at all. But like at the time I was just like, what am I doing with my life right now? It wasn't as bad first semester, but second semester it really caught up with me, which I'll get back to. But in terms of you know, extracurriculars and stuff for first semester of sophomore year, that's where I am. This is the point where I made an attempt to volunteer in a hospital, but it literally took me all semester to get cleared. Like, so I didn't volunteer at all in the semester. Like, I had to first sign up, and then like that took forever, and then I had to go to an orientation, but the only orientation I could attend wasn't until like November or something, and even then I had to skip a whole day of classes to go to it. And it was the orientation was from like 8 to 2 that day. It was really long, like pretty unnecessary, I would say, for a volunteer, but regardless. And then I had to get like 2 tuberculosis tests, and they had to be like separate, like a week apart. And by the time I was all cleared to go, it was December, and finals came up, and you know, like couldn't volunteer at the end of the semester. And then I went home for the break, so like I didn't really volunteer. It just took the whole semester to get cleared. But in terms of other things, I was like, I had to do my community service for the program, so that was getting done. Did I do a long term? No, that was the next semester. So like we had to do 4 community service projects. So I did just stuff like giving blood and stuff like that. And then of course I was involved in AMSA, and I was on the Relay for Life committee. So yeah, that went on like all of this year. So yeah, I wasn't really like doing that much. It was a lot of class time. There was very little downtime just because the classes I was taking involved a lot of reading. So that's another thing I would suggest, is if you're going to take like really difficult science courses, or you're going to take a lot of credits, try to take any courses that you don't necessarily need to take. I would say try to see if you can get courses that don't involve a lot of reading, unless you A, like reading, or B, are just a really fast reader. Because I am a really slow reader, and when I'm reading like textbooks, like that's the last thing I want to do. Like I like to read, but a textbook is the last thing I want to pick up, really. Like it just isn't fun. So like my history class involved a ton of reading, and it would always fall on the weekend, so I could never like do anything with my friends because it was due like that Monday, and like I didn't have time during the week to do it, so I'd have to do it on the weekend. And then for my theater class, like obviously we're reading plays, and those are easy to read, but like it's still reading regardless. So yeah, so that's sophomore first semester. Yeah, that's really all I can say. Like that's just what I did. You know, maybe you're doing something similar, maybe you're not. I don't know. So that's really it. I'm gonna stop now and go do sophomore year 2. So be on the lookout for that, and then we'll finally get to like the real vlogs of like what I'm doing right now to get ready to apply and stuff like that, because it's coming up. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, again, I'm sorry if the music is like getting in the way, but I feel a lot more like energized with it on, so whatever. Okay, well, I'll talk to you all later. Okay, bye.